I've come out today and I've come to the local community hospital gardens, and they've made the most beautiful garden here, and it's full of sweet peas and plums and nasturtiums and anything that your heart could desire. It's got vegetables and everything, and nobody eats them, so I come and pick. They've said that I can. They've invited me in. And as I was walking around, I had a thought, and so I then thought I'll nip onto Instagram and share it. And my thought today is about compromise. How much we compromise in our lives. How we take on jobs that we don't always want. We take on whole careers. We go to university and we study something that our parents have set us up to study. I remember one of my uncles was, told by my grandmother to be a dentist. And I don't know what his personal ambitions were, but he was a dentist. And his heart and his passion weren't in his work. It was a livelihood. It was a way of getting by. And I don't believe that's any way for any of us to live. We're not here to get by. We're not here to suffer. We're not here to endure a job. We're not here to work day in and day out at something we don't want to do. But often when we study the thing that our parents want us to at university, and we go into the job that was set out for us, and the study has a job at the end, you can't study that, they'll say. You can't study that. That's just studying for the sake of learning. And that's wild. You're not allowed to do that. So you have to study something that leads to something. But the problem is when you compromise your heart, your own heart's desire against what other people want for you, you're not living the life that's for you. So you don't bump into the people who are correct for you in your life. You don't go to the right places where you'll meet them. And so one thing leads to another and another and another, until you reach a point where you feel so completely and utterly compromised that there's a deep grief inside you and you don't know how to get out. Because we're not taught how to get out, we're taught how to get in. And the getting in is to keep us safe. I've raised 4 children. I have stood in the schoolyard waiting for children. And what I saw over and over and over again was people who would put the safety of their children above the happiness of their children. But the safety was a compromise because it was their sense of safety. They did not instill in their child that a sense of safety inside the child's own body. So the safety was already a generation out of date. And so we go on, as Gatsby said, boats against the current, rowing upstream constantly fighting things, and that takes a wear and tear on our bodies and on our health. And compromise is at the very, very heart of that. And I wanted to share that with you today, because if you have reached a point in your life where those compromises and being in the wrong place with the wrong people have begun to hurt, because they do, they begin to hurt so much, we reach a point where our soul cries out, I'm here, don't forget about me. And we don't know how to reach it. And that's what I'm for. That's what I'm here for. I'm a guide. I have come through the whole story that I've just told you. Maybe I was actually a little bit more bolshy on some of it than some of the people that I knew. But I do know how to guide, not through another set of rules, but through you finding your way. And that's what's important, that you live from your truth. And thank you so much for joining me today. It feels really special that you're both here, and I appreciate that so much. I hope you have a really wonderful day, and I wish you could just be in this glorious garden filled with sunshine with me. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a really beautiful rest of the day.